Have you ever wondered how a few words can stir up an international controversy? In today's interconnected world, the answer is just a tweet away. Case in point, a simmering feud between India and the Maldives, two nations whose relations have recently been strained due to a series of derogatory social media posts against the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi. This controversy has led to significant reactions. For instance, Ease My Trip, a leading Indian travel platform, made a bold move. They suspended all flight bookings to the Maldives indefinitely. This decision holds considerable weight, as the Maldives, a tropical paradise known for its stunning beaches and crystal-clear waters, heavily relies on tourism. India, along with Russia, is among the top sources of visitors to the Maldives. But what could have led to such a drastic measure by Ease My Trip? Well, the answer lies in the inflammatory statements made by representatives of the Maldivian government towards the Indian Prime Minister. These disparaging remarks were not taken lightly, leading to the Maldivian government suspending 3 of its own deputy ministers. India, in response, summoned the Maldivian envoy, expressing their concerns directly to the Maldivian Foreign Ministry. This diplomatic tussle paints a picture of a relationship that has certainly seen better days. As we peel back the layers of this controversy, we find ourselves asking, what triggered these events? How did a few derogatory social media posts escalate to an international diplomatic spat? And importantly, what does this mean for the future of India-Maldives relations? So what led to this decision by Ease My Trip? Let's delve deeper. In the digital age, words on social media can have far-reaching consequences. Such is the case with the diplomatic controversy brewing between the Maldives and India. It all began with a series of derogatory comments made by representatives of the Maldivian government on social media. These posts targeted none other than the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, a figurehead respected by millions. These comments were not taken lightly by the Indian community. There was an immediate and strong reaction, sparking outrage and a call for action. Among the responses, one of the most impactful was from Ease My Trip, a leading travel platform in India. In a statement, co-founder Prashant Piti announced their decision to suspend flight bookings to the Maldives indefinitely. This was a direct response to the disparaging remarks made against the Indian Prime Minister. The fallout of these social media posts is significant. The Maldives, heavily reliant on tourism, receives a substantial number of visitors from India. This decision by Ease My Trip could potentially hit hard on the Maldivian economy. It's important to remember that tourism is a major source of foreign exchange for the Maldives, with India being one of the top sources of visitors. The Maldivian government was quick to act, suspending 3 deputy ministers for their comments about Modi. India, on its part, summoned the Maldivian envoy and expressed concerns to the Maldivian Foreign Ministry. It's clear that these social media posts have caused a ripple effect, impacting diplomatic relations and potentially the economic ties between the two nations. But this controversy doesn't stop at social media posts. There's more to it. Politics often plays a significant role in these international controversies. Let's delve into the political undercurrents that have been stirring between India and the Maldives. Ever since President Mohamed Muizzu ascended to power, the temperature of Indo-Maldivian relations has been fluctuating. His campaign was built on an India Out platform, a clear signal of his intent to distance the Maldives from India. This political stance has added a layer of complexity to the existing relationship between the two countries. Now, let's add another player to this geopolitical chessboard: China. The timing of the controversy is intriguing, coinciding with President Muizzu's state visit to China. This isn't just a casual diplomatic visit, it's a strategic move. It's a clear indication that the Maldives may be seeking to strengthen its ties with China, possibly at the expense of its relationship with India. The larger picture here is the ongoing power tussle in the region. China and India, both powers in their own right, have been vying for influence in the Maldives. The stakes are high, with the Maldives being a crucial strategic location in the Indian Ocean. Each move in this geopolitical game has implications beyond the immediate controversy. The suspension of the travel bookings, the social media fallout, the India Out campaign, and the state visit to China, all these elements are intertwined, reflecting a larger narrative of political maneuvering and strategy. So, we come back to our question: is the Maldives leaning towards China in the face of strained relations with India? Does this mean that the balance of power in the region might be shifting? Does this mean the Maldives is leaning towards China? Let's find out. International relations are often a complex web of alliances and rivalries. This is particularly evident in the recent state visit of President Mohamed Muizzu to China amidst the ongoing controversy with India. Now, why would the Maldivian president choose to visit China in the midst of such a controversy? The answer lies in the geopolitical tug-of-war between China and India, both vying for influence in the Maldives, an archipelago strategically located in the Indian Ocean. China, with its Belt and Road Initiative, has been steadily expanding its influence in the region, while India, the Maldives' closest neighbor, has historical and cultural ties that it is keen to maintain. President Muizzu's visit to China could well be a strategic move. By strengthening ties with China, the Maldives could be trying to balance its relationship with India, or even leverage its position in this geopolitical competition. It's a classic case of realpolitik. The practice of politics based on practical considerations, rather than ideological or ethical premises. But what does this mean for China? China's growing influence in the Maldives could potentially provide it with a strategic advantage in the Indian Ocean, a crucial shipping route for global trade. It could also give China a stronger foothold in a region traditionally under India's sphere of influence. However, let's not forget that this is a double-edged sword. Increased Chinese influence could lead to a backlash from India, potentially escalating tensions in the region. It's a delicate balancing act, and one wrong move could tip the scales, with potentially far-reaching implications. So where does this leave India and the Maldives? Let's consider the potential outcomes. International controversies can have long-lasting effects on diplomatic relations. Let's look at how this recent controversy could shape the future of India-Maldives relations. It's clear that the situation has already had significant repercussions, with actions taken by both countries in response to the controversy. The Maldives government, for instance, suspended 3 of its deputy ministers for their derogatory comments about Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This move is a clear indication that the Maldives is taking the situation seriously and trying to mitigate the damage caused by the controversy. It shows a desire to maintain cordial relations with India, despite the ongoing tensions. India, on the other hand, summoned the Maldivian envoy to express its concerns about the incident. This is a strong diplomatic move that shows India is not willing to let the issue slide. It's a clear statement that India expects respect from its international partners and will not shy away from voicing its concerns when those expectations are not met. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Despite the controversy, there are still many areas of cooperation between the two countries. For example, India remains a top source of tourists for the Maldives, a relationship that benefits both nations. The Maldives relies heavily on tourism for foreign exchange, while Indian tourists enjoy the beauty and tranquility of the Maldivian islands. Looking ahead, the controversy could serve as a wake-up call for both nations to strengthen their diplomatic ties and mutual respect. It's a reminder that in the interconnected world of the 21st century, maintaining good relations requires constant effort and understanding. While the controversy has undoubtedly strained relations, it's also an opportunity for both nations to learn, grow, and build a stronger, more respectful relationship in the future. After all, as history has shown us, it's often through overcoming challenges that we forge stronger ties. What's your take on this controversy? Share your thoughts in the comments below.